Welcome back, everybody. Just got back from one heck of a week at Decorative Concrete Expo in Canton, Ohio, at the Football Hall of Fame. It was amazing. Same place last year. Was blown away by it both years. They do such a great job there. So happy to be a part of it. I'm going to start with the fact of I'm tired. This was a long week. It was great. I would do it again in a heartbeat, but it was a long week. I'm sore. I'm tired. I was out too late last night. It was a long 8-hour drive back home just to get here to do this video right away for you. Set my stuff up right away and was like, I got to record tonight. Forget the family. It's more important to talk to all of you. I'm kidding. Of course, went out to the dinner with the family, enjoyed some time, and now I'm going to sit back and recap for just a second. I'm not going to try to be too long, but I got a lot to talk about. First of all, we didn't win. It sucks. My team didn't win. It is what it is. We had a great time. I showed the world something different. They didn't like it as much as everything else. You know, that's part of the game. 8 contestants are out there and only one winner or, top 3. I'm just one of those people that wasn't one of them. It is what it is, and it's fine. I'll get over it. I'm a very competitive person. Most of you know that if you know me, but that's okay. I had a great time, and I showed the world something different, and I think that's a big deal. So I got a lot of thank yous I want to do. First and foremost, honestly, I want to thank everybody on Facebook and social media that's been following me through all of this. I was overwhelmed over the last couple months with everybody. Since the time they announced who was going to be in this, I was blown away by all the reactions of people like, Rick's going to win, Concrete Mystique's going to win. My name was out there all over this Smackdown the entire time, and I can't thank all of you guys enough for believing in me and wanting to see me succeed and just really paying attention to what I do. The problem with my life, my world, whatever you want to call it, is you never really know how many people are watching. I hope that everybody watches my show. I hope everybody watches my podcast. I hope they enjoy my interviews. I hope they enjoy my videos. But you don't know. And that's okay. You just keep on pushing through. It's one of those things that you got to remember, especially with these competitions too. I put my best foot forward. I got out there. I did it. I did it in front of an audience. I exposed, I put my whole life into it. I did everything I could to make this awesome and to get people to see something new. And everybody that competed did that. It's more important to do that than it is to never even try. So all of you out there that weren't willing to try to be a part of the Smackdown or were nervous about doing it, it doesn't hurt to try. So what if you don't win? It is an amazing experience. Everybody pays attention to you. You get to know so many more people so quickly, and you get to see all these people reacting constantly to what you're doing and just loving every minute of it. And I know that everybody would come up and be like, oh yeah, you're the winner, I'm voting for you. And they said that to every single one of us competitors. And they should, because all of them were awesome. There's not a single one of the 8 people competing that did something boring, lazy, or slack, or, they all brought it to the max, and they did an amazing job. I can't express enough how awesome it was to get to know all of them, to be a part of all of this. I got new friends now, and it was just an incredible week. So first off, I want to say congratulations to the winners. I joke all the time about the fact that I had multiple students over the last couple of years. I've had multiple students involved with every aspect of Decocrete's show. And it's an amazing feeling to see all my students out there doing things differently than even when I taught them, but I can tell that they're utilizing the creativity and all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Dave Rebello and his team won because they took my class or some crazy, stupid thing like that. No, not at all. They didn't do anything that has to do with my training class. It's just awesome to see the people that I know closer because they are my students and see them succeed even more in everything they do. I hope that some of the creativity I taught them from my class was utilized in one way or another, but I'm not saying it was. They did their own thing and they did an amazing job. And I'm proud of seeing them win no matter what they did. It's awesome. So congratulations, Dave Rebello and all the guys from Rock Solid Landscaping, Rock Solid, yes, Landscaping. You guys are awesome. You did a great job, and really just impressed with how you handle it all. And you guys are just so much fun to work around. Luckily, they were right behind me, and from taking my class, you learn how to that I'm a little bit sarcastic, and I love when everybody else is around me too. So Dave and I were going back and forth the whole time. T and I were going back and forth the whole time. We were having a great time being right beside each other. And watching, the one thing about being in this competition is you get to see this world around you. You get to see all these people come up to your booth while you're doing stuff, and sometimes you can't even see half of it. Sometimes you don't even realize how many people are watching you at one point until you look up. But what you do see is when you look across to everybody else's section and you see what they're doing, and you see the reactions that those people have, and you see the crowd that was around David Rebello's demonstration the whole entire time. He always had people around him, and I knew something was going on. I knew when I watched the amount of people that were always watching what he was doing, that he was doing something right. And sure enough, by the end of it, he's the winner. Unbelievable. Congratulations. The first official Smackdown champion. And I hope you're proud of it, and I hope you enjoy that moment. And hopefully I get you on the show so we can talk about that moment. So if you're listening, let's talk about getting you on the show. Next, I want to say congratulations to Josh Whitfield. He got second place. I think he was lucky getting second place. He makes such a big deal about the fact that he at least beat me, but let's be realistic here. You still didn't win. You still just got second place like everybody else. It's either win or go home. You still didn't win. But I'm just messing with you, man. You did a great job. I loved getting to know you over the last month and a half. Really glad that you were right there with me on trying to advertise this thing and trying to get people to pay attention to it. Just had a great time getting to know you, and I look forward to being closer to you and getting to know you more over the years to come. So congratulations to being a part of this, and congratulations to getting second place, man. You worked hard at it, and you deserved it. And the Grow team, the guys that were right next to me on the other side of me too, always happy, always willing to give me something if I needed it. Just a great team to be next to and watch all the happy stuff going on over there. They were always in such a good mood. And their dragon was awesome. I'm not going to lie. The dragon was cool. As a joke or, as a funny moment, I was FaceTiming with my daughter Friday morning after we were done. And before she went to school, and I was taking her around to all the different ones while she was getting a ride to school. And she said, "Sorry, Dad, I love you, but that dragon's going to win." Not exactly what you want to hear from your daughter, but, congrats, guys, for getting third place. It's just, you guys did a great job. You had so much variety going on in there, that, with everything you were trying to do. Nick, man, another student of mine. A couple years ago when I met you, you were trying to find ways to do something different. You were excited about all the options there were in the industry, and you were looking for something new to do. And I cannot believe how good you've gotten at doing vertical carving since then. And that has nothing to do with my class. And again, just like Dave, I hope that some of my creativity rubbed off on you with your ideas. But regardless, man, you killed it. Your details were awesome. I know you struggled to even bring the whole thing there. There's a whole story behind it. But, man, you pulled through and you pulled it together, and I thought it looked amazing. Mr. Matt V, the one person that most of us had never met before, I don't even know how to say your last name, so we all just kept calling you Matt V. I'm not even going to try to butcher your last name. I thought what you did was awesome. I really loved the fact that you utilized so many different aspects of the Engravicrete line of tools. Everybody knows I'm a huge fanatic of Engravicrete. I was wearing their shirt. You had their logo on your sleeve. I really love that team and that company, and I think that they make the best products on the market for tools. And I love how serious they are about their quality of material or their tools. And obviously you do too. You showed off so many different tools that you could do. Then you made it glow in the dark. I mean, dude, you were all over the place on that slab in a good way. I thought it was great to utilize all those different aspects to throw the different colored aggregate into the surface when you were pouring it. You know, a lot of detail went into that. I don't know. Sometimes people don't realize how much detail goes into some of these. And I know for a fact that a lot went into what you were doing. In fact, I think it'd be cool for us to do a project sometime together because we both use the same equipment. And I'm sure we could show each other some cool little tricks with that equipment. But dude, loved watching you put that whole thing together. Rachel Bruce. I could talk for a very long time about good old Rachel. We've been friends for a very long time. We've been doing this show from day one. I think she also started the first year too, maybe the second year, but I think she's been there from day one, just like I have been with Decocrete guys. And we've always tried to do something completely different from the norm. You know, we're not concrete guys. We're not vertical carvers. We're artists. You know, she's a graphic designer, but she's really an artist. She always says, I'm a graphic designer. And I'm like, no, you're an artist. There's more to it than just graphic design. You know, a graphic designer can come up with some great ideas and put some stuff together, but to implement it is the art to it also. The idea is the art. It's not just that you can take that and put it in your computer and make it look good. You got to come up with it. You got to make it happen. You got to install it. And there's more to it than just being a graphic designer. So always love working with you. We should have joined forces. I don't know what we were thinking because we're getting too old to take on all these youngsters. We should have done this together. But I love the fact that both of us did something in a very similar way. We both were using anamorphic art. And we kind of worked on some of that stuff a couple years together, a couple years ago, trying to see if we could find a way to do that together, and we never could figure it out. Could never get someone to say yes to it. That's kind of the reason why both of us were doing that kind of stuff at this show. It was more about showing off a different way to look at what you can do with concrete than just another vertical carving or another this or another that. And we really thought outside the box, and it was the hardest part for both of us because we were on the same page on what we were trying to do in completely different ways, which is the way we both think. She always wants to do a stencil, and I always want to draw and cut. But when it's all said and done, we're really doing something similar with the finished products and stuff. So we've got to learn to work together more. We just have to because we're so awesome. I loved everything you were doing. Those hands were cool. I got the one picture where it looks like it's the one finger's like scratching behind my ear or something. It's pretty funny. And finally, of all the contestants, I got to talk about my great friend, Jeff Kurt. I love you, man. You're awesome. I'm so happy we've gotten to know each other over the last couple of years, more and more. And we've become closer and closer. I know you've been through a lot over the years, but you're a great guy, a great person to know. What people don't know is, first of all, over the last year, because last year, just the timing was right for us to get to hang out even more than we usually did. And since then, we have tried to get together as many Fridays as possible on FaceTime or, video call each other and just take one shot together. Just Friday night, hey, what are you doing? Let's video call for a second, do a shot together. Cheers, happy Friday, love you, man, kind of thing. And it's been a good year of doing that and get to know each other more and getting closer. And we got so lucky that we were right beside each other. I don't know if I could have handled this competition without you being right beside me. What people don't know, I can't believe I'm going to tell you this, but we started doing shots of tequila at 10:30 in the morning on Thursday. So while this place is happening and people are all over the place and it's the busiest day of the show, we're drinking shots of tequila behind the scenes as we're going. Now, no, we didn't get hammered or anything like that. No, I didn't. I did it all my engraving before I did any drinking, for the record. But, while we were staining and while I took a break from staining, because at 10:30, I was already almost halfway through all my staining. So I'd already engraved my entire pattern and stained most of it and was like, whoa, we got to slow down, put the brakes on here for a second. We don't need to be I could have easily finished the whole thing on Thursday, right or wrong. Maybe that means I didn't do enough, but it is what it is. And it's what I chose to do. But on the sidelines, behind the scenes, sitting there side by side with each other, we kept doing shots of tequila and just celebrating the whole day, because neither one of us really thought we were ever going to win. We knew that. We're the old timers. It's okay. of course I wanted to, and of course I created that hype around everything. You know, I watch a lot of UFC. You see all those fighters all the time make the biggest hype, talk crap to each other, just like Josh and I was doing. But when it's all said and done, we're friends. More power to you. Congratulations to you kind of attitude. We all want to win, but we also want everybody around us to win. And so I just don't know how different it would have been if we wouldn't have been right beside each other. So I really want to thank you, man, for being a great friend. And just look forward to the future of keeping doing this, and we'll get together this Friday. Maybe not because I'm going to a concert, but if I have time Friday before the concert, if not, we'll do it this soon. But we're going to get back on schedule and cheers each other weekly and get to know each other even more. And so now I want to thank my team. Chris Land and Joseph Redwine. You guys were awesome. I can't say enough about the fact that you guys believed in my vision. You didn't question me. You know, it's kind of funny last year when Chris and I were working on our project, he had 1,000 questions, didn't understand it till the very end. It took forever to kind of let it all sink in, and that's okay because I was the one that put it together. I knew what I was doing, and I was just had to keep saying, trust me. I didn't have to say that this time. You just did. You both did. You never questioned me. You were along for the ride. And you helped me through trying to figure it out, because what people don't know is I questioned myself a lot on Wednesday while we were drawing it. We almost erased the whole thing and did it again. We were going round and round trying to figure out, was this the right way? Is it going to work? It was hard to see. We were taking a lot of chances for something I'd never tried to do before, and they just were along for the ride the entire time, and they were great team players. I hope the best for both of you all the time. You know, without a question, always reach out to me. I'm always going to be here for you. You know, Chris knows that. We've been doing a lot of things together over the years since we've met. Joseph, man, all the video work you just did, I'm still seeing it right now on Facebook, and it's overwhelming to see how cool you can take what you were doing with your camera and what you were showing us, and just love what you're doing, man. Keep it up. You know, you're a great guy, and let me know if there's anything I can ever do for you, man. And so let's talk about what's next. It's a tough question for me. I'm not sure if I want to do that again. I guarantee by next November when this comes up again, I'll forget how sore I am right now. And I'll be all anxious to do it again and set myself up for failure. I understand that what I do is so different from this industry that it's hard for you to wrap your head around it, and that's okay. I still want you to dream. I still want to show you something different. And maybe I'll keep doing that. Or you know what? Maybe I become the commentator of the Smackdown next year, Jeff Hirschberger, if you're listening. You know, maybe I take over that part and I sit back and I talk shit about everybody the entire time while they're making these crazy pieces. And I help it that way. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot to think about between now and then. And right now I'm so sore, I couldn't even think about doing that again. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I just want to say thank you, Decocrete. You guys were awesome again. You always are. You always treat me so good. So much respect. I just, sometimes I don't feel like I deserve it, but I just got to say thank you again to everybody at Decocrete. You're always there for me. I feel like I'm part of the family all the time. There's so much behind the scenes that people don't know that I get to witness, be a part of. And I feel like, you know, I have the inside on how this company thinks. And it's so exciting to watch every single year and the changes they make. And they're always trying to do better. They're not getting complacent. They're not going, well, we got this awesome show. Let's just do the same thing every year. We had a long conversation for a while at the very end talking about how we can do it different next year about certain things. And then I just love the fact that they're always looking forward and never getting complacent. And so with that said, I'm doing a training class in November with Decocrete again. So for all of you out there that bought engravers from Engravicrete and are wanting to learn more about how I create these ideas and how I do my designs, check it out. Go to Decocrete's website and look up their training classes, and you can sign up now. It doesn't matter. It's already up there. It's going to be in November. I don't remember the exact date, but go to their website and sign up for it. And I hope to see you guys again. I look forward to next year, and don't hesitate to reach out to me about anything. Again, thank you everybody that's watching for all of your support. Thank you, Tony Ronaldo, for reposting about my podcast and trying to get more attention for me. All of you guys are awesome. I really appreciate the support. Thank you very much.